don't beg, I don't chase, I don't force what don't fit my space. I know my value, I know my name. If it leave, I let it. If it stay, it's earned its place. I don't beg.
Welcome back to Self Lover Girl Diary. I am really glad you're here tonight, okay? So tonight's diary entry is called Everybody Isn't the Same. So I've been thinking a lot lately, and I think one of the easiest things to do after you've been disappointed is to start putting everybody in the same box. Somebody hurts us, somebody lies, somebody let us down, and before we know it, we're saying things like, people can't be trusted, everybody's fake, nobody's genuine anymore. And if I'm being honest, I don't think that's true. I think people are different. I think hearts are different. I think attentions are different. And I think we miss out on a lot when we stop believing that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying ignore red flags. I'm not saying stop using wisdom. I've learned that wisdom and love can exist together. You can have a good heart and still pay attention. You can be kind and still have boundaries. You can believe in people without handing everyone unlimited access to your life. I think that's the balance I'm learning, because I don't want one bad experience to become the lens I see everybody through. That wouldn't be fair to them. And honestly, it wouldn't be fair to me either. I've met people who restore your faith in humanity, people who are thoughtful, people who are genuine, people who are consistent, people who don't always get it right, but their heart is in the right place. Those people exist. And I don't ever want to become so guarded that I stop believing that. I think one of the most beautiful things we can do is to let people show us who they are, not who someone else was, not who we expect them to be, just who they are. That takes patience, wisdom, and I think it also takes courage, because it's easier to assume, it's easier to keep everyone at a distance. But I don't think that's how I want to live. I want to stay open enough to experience good people. I want to stay wise enough to recognize unhealthy ones too. I think both can exist. Also realized something. Sometimes people aren't wearing masks. Sometimes they're just carrying things we know nothing about. Sometimes they're quiet because they're healing. Sometimes they're guarded because life has been hard. Sometimes they're learning how to trust again, just like we are. And I think remembering that helps me lead with a little more compassion, okay? Not because I owe everyone access to me, but because I never know what someone else is walking through. Maybe that's the wisdom I've been learning lately. You don't have to harden your heart to protect it. You just have to learn when to open it and when to leave it at peace. I've been sitting with that thought all week, and maybe it'll sit with you too. So I thank you for spending a little time with me tonight, and I hope this diary entry reminds you that there are still good people in this world, and maybe you'll be one of them for somebody else. So light your candle, grab your journal, and let's heal, grow, and glow together.
Pretty on purpose, piece in my pocket. Blessing keep calling, I ain't gotta force it. Pretty on purpose, whole lot of confidence. Moving with love, now my life looking different. Pretty on purpose, look how I'm glowing. I planted the seeds.